Hi crafty friends, Melissa Miner here. Thanks so much for joining me on YouTube. Today I'm creating a layout for the Shimmerz Paints design team, and I am using the beautiful May Color Kitz. If you haven't already seen my unboxing video, I will leave it linked down below in the description box. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Now, I did a little bit of this off camera. I have the paints here that are included in the color kits, and I went ahead and did some painting. So I used the olive branch Spritz, and I used the Bahama Inklings. And I'm also going to bring in, I think, some pumpkin pie. But what I've done here is I just used some mixed media cardstock, and I laid down the color on these sheets here. And I have a die. This is an old, close to my heart flower die. It's so pretty, but you could use any flower die in your stash. And I'm cutting some flowers and some leaves. And look how pretty these turned out. Now, I think it looks really, really pretty, but I also want to add a little dimension to these flowers. So what I'm thinking is I think I want to bring in this pumpkin pie vibes and just kind of bring out that orangey color a little bit. So let me mix this up, and I've sped this up quite a bit. I'm going to take a paintbrush here and just paint along the outer edges of these flowers. And I'm dipping my paintbrush in the water and then in the vibe. So you don't always have to use it as a spray. You can paint the color on as well. And I think when this dries, it's just going to give a real pretty dimension to these flowers so that they just don't look like a solid color. Now, while I'm painting, I do want to mention when you place your order on the Shimmerz Paints website, you can add my name, Melissa Miner, to the comments section of your order, and Shimmerz will send you a free paint. You can add my name to every order you place, and each time Shimmerz will send you another free paint. So thank you so much for all of those that add my name. I really appreciate that. All right, so now I'm taking a little bit of the Arti-Choked Vibez, and I just want to add a little more green color to some of these leaves, and that's just going to make it so they're all not so matchy-matchy. All right, so I have my flowers and my leaves all ready to go. I want to get these all created so that I can start working on my layout for today. So I'm taking some Stampin' Up! Foam dimensionals here, and I am adding them just to some of these flower pieces so that these flowers will have good texture and dimension. So I just want to look and see what that looks like. Now here's the photos I'm using today. This is me and my boyfriend Dale, and this is Dale's cat Garfield, and this was on my birthday just a couple weeks ago. And we went to his parents' house, and his mom Sandy baked me a cake. Now she never lets me take photos of her, so I just have us, but you know, having the photos documented will definitely be a reminder, and I can still document the story of her making the cake. All right, so I'm bringing in one of these gorgeous pattern papers from the color kits, and then you'll see here I have this overlay. Now this is a cut file from Scrapbook Generation designed by Allison Davis, and it's called Triangle Pattern Number 2. So what I did is I cut out the triangle pattern number 2 on my Cricut, and these triangles were the extra pieces, you know, that it cuts out in the center. And off camera, I went in and colored these with the Butter Believe It Shimmerz. Now the Butter Believe It Shimmerz is a brand new color this month, and I had to give it a try, and it is so pretty. So what I had thought I wanted to do here was just kind of layer my photos and then use this background with some of these in the yellow and some of them in the florals. Now I am using some tacky glue here in a fine line bottle applicator, and I'm just gluing these all in because I know the direction that I want to take with this layout. So I fast forwarded that so you didn't have to watch me doing all the gluing. Let me zoom this out just a little bit so you can see the full 12 by 12 layout. So I've got my overlay piece here, and it looks like I did cut the pattern paper by hand, and I thought I had it the right dimensions for this overlay, and it looks like maybe I missed a few pieces or glued it down kind of wonky. So I'm just going to take my scissors here and trim off those extra pieces. So I think that looks really pretty, but to enhance this, I want to bring in this pattern paper from the Color Kitz, and I believe I cut this to about 5.5 inches by 12, and I also cut a little strip about 3/4 of an inch from one of the other pattern papers, and don't these colors just look so pretty together? I love this like minty colored green and these pinks and this bright yellow. It's just so pretty. All right, so that's going to be the gist of my layout. I was kind of thinking maybe I want my photos on the left side, but I've already glued my squares down. That's going to change, or my triangles down. That's going to change the whole direction of my layout. I like it, but I don't like the way my triangles look in this direction. So I think I want to flip it back around to the way I had it. And you'll see I intentionally didn't add those Believe It Shimmerz papers to the bottom triangles because you won't see them. So now comes the fun part. I get to add these gorgeous embellishments that I made to the layout, that I painted all of these, and I think that the colors look really pretty. Now I know it's hard to see on camera, but I used that Shimmerz and it is just really, I used the Inklings. It's really, really pretty. It's hard to see on camera and appreciate just how shimmery and shiny and gorgeous these flowers look. But this is kind of how I want the layout to go, I think. So I did fast forward a little here. I'm going to go through the embellishments to see what else I may want to add. And I like this little, this has that green color. So I think I want to bring in that and maybe put this hello over it. I'm not sure about that. I like this yellow because it's also the same color. So what I did is I sorted through the embellishments, and I think I picked out the ones that, you know, match these colors. But let me flip through the embellishments one more time to see if there's anything else I want to add. Oh, I like that butterfly. Let me set that over here on the layout. And these little, I think they're ducks or geese. I'm not sure. But they are so cute. I'm going to put them in the maybe pile. And I like the spring. I like that better because it's the same florals. There's another butterfly. It's another item here. So I want to put that in the maybe. Ooh, these are the same colors, they match, but I think this is what I'm going to go with. I think I'm going to go with the spring and then the butterflies. And I think I do want to add some foam behind the butterflies. So I went ahead and glued those down off camera so you didn't have to watch all of that. And I also want to use this enamel dots. So one of my favorite things in the Color Kitz is they come with 3 enamel dots, and this one is white with a little green heart on it and some yellow flowers, so it matches perfectly. So I'm going to take some sewing thread here and tangle it up and make a messy little tangled thread nest, and then I want to put that dots right over that. So that's going to look real pretty. Now you'll notice the word hello, and there was a sticker sheet included in the Color Kitz this month, which it was amazing. So I decided to have my title Hello Spring, and I think that looks really, really pretty. All right, so now I have my tangled thread down. Let me go ahead and add my enamel dots here. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, I love this layout so much, and it was so easy to do. I also added another little sticker off camera that says Happy Day to the bottom, just to the right of that flower. You can kind of see it poking out just to bring in some more yellow. And now I want to go through the sequins. So the sequins are in the bonus bundle. So every month there is a sequin mix and a paint that you can purchase separately in the bonus bundle. And it's always fun to get that. It's always fun to get the new paint. In the bonus bundle this month, the color was Frosty's Buns-Inklingz. And it's a really pretty color. And then all of these gorgeous sequins. So I want to put some sequins all around my page. And then that will wrap up my layout. So if you are new, I want to thank you for watching today. I hope you will hit that subscribe button. If you don't already follow me on Facebook and on Instagram, I would love for you to follow me on those platforms, so I will leave those linked down below in the description box. All right, that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day, and I will catch you in the next video. I will leave links listed down below in the description box of where you can get your hands on the brand new May Color Kitz from Shimmerz Paints. Bye!